What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Richmond of the Richmond Realty Group, and I, again, have a great dear friend of mine on the Richmond Community podcast thing that we're kind of doing. And who are you today?
I'm not sure today. Let's see. Today, it's Michele Kooken with Yes to Youth, Montgomery County Youth Services. Longtime friend of Zach and Rachel's. Honored to be here today with you guys. And I'm excited. This is my first podcast.
There you go. Well, it's exciting to have her. The biggest thing that you need to know about Michele, she said we're longtime friends, so that shows she might not have the best use of judgment, but we're here. So she tolerates us. Patience like a Zen master.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I got to know Michele through all the community service work out here. She's been involved with foundations, marketing, with Strike. She's now our executive director for Yes to Youth, which, as you guys know, is a huge passion of ours. It's tell everybody a little bit about Yes to Youth. Yeah.
So the most amazing thing that we do is we help youth in our community through counseling services, crisis intervention, and suicide prevention. But then we also are a 90-day home shelter for kids that have been displaced through CPS. And truly by no fault of their own. Most of the time, these children have been abused, they've been sexually trafficked, they've been neglected. So we give them a home where they can be nourished, loved, cared for, and, set them up for success in their future. So, it's really an honor to have this position and to work with the amazing team that we have on the front lines, the counselors, the resident assistants out at the shelter. I couldn't do my job without them. They are really on the front line and really give the love and care to these kids. So it's an honor.
I love it. It's amazing. It's the first organization when I was, working in this community that talked about, it was about 8-9 years ago. It was the only organization back in the day that talked about suicide prevention and online bullying. Like, nobody was talking about that. That was like taboo. Nobody wanted to admit it. But they were the group that went into all the schools if any major event happened, gave counseling to all the kids, families, teachers. And they were the first to talk to the children, the schools, the teachers, the parents about signs to look out for online bullying and seeing signs of online, bad messaging, because it's a new age, it's a new generation.
Yes, and social media really brought it to the forefront.
Yeah.
I would say that's a majority of the cases that we see on the counseling side is from cyberbullying, social media bullying, just all of those things. And it's a very complex world that these kids live in now. And there are so many components that keep layering on top. So they're dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
They're dealing with a lot.
How many employees do you guys have right now?
We just hit 50 employees.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. Again, I couldn't do my job without those folks because they are really the ones that do the hard work. I just try to keep everybody together and moving in the same direction.
Yeah. It's crazy managing 50 people. I mean, most people think it's maybe like 15, 20, 18. They don't realize the scope and the scale of really what they do.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year that we have at minimum 3 people on staff at our shelter round the clock.
Crazy.
And we prefer it to be 4 or more just because when you have 8, 11, 12, 13-year-olds in one house and you have 8 in another house, there's a lot of things going on. And the state actually does mandate us to have so many adults per children. And we exceed that ratio because we feel like if someone were to have an episode or need to de-escalate and you take an adult away from them, then there's no one watching the other group. So we really try to have 2 people at all given times out there because it's important. And, we're so privileged to be given the opportunity to take care of these kids while they're with us, and we don't take that lightly.
Yeah.
We take it very seriously. We want to make sure that their safety is paramount and foremost in everything we do.
It's true, and it shows, and it's fortunate. This is a labor of love.
It is.
Like, the people that I got to interact with, the staff, I mean, they love what they're doing.
They do. One of the things I did in my first year, since I've been here now 15 months, is I went and interviewed all the frontline staff one-on-one and asked them, what makes you get up in the morning and come to work? What do you love about your job? And the number one answer, except for one person, every single person said the kids.
Yeah.
We love these kids. And so that just warms my heart, and it makes me realize that I do have the right people in the right places.
Yeah.
So
You know,
that's important.
And so I can say this because I was involved with the organization. I got to see so many amazing stories and impact that the organization made on families, children, where they were, potentially about to be another number, another statistic, and the organization intervened with their support, their love, their care, and they have some amazing success stories.
Yes.
But because of all the laws to protect their privacy and all that stuff, we don't have all these testimonies
To give.
and things that we could share about all the success stories.
Right.
And, I wish people knew that, but at the same time, totally understand respecting the individual's safety, security, and all that stuff too.
And we sometimes do share little snippets, or we might blend a couple stories together at times just to share the impact.
Yeah.
But a lot of our youth really, it's not just their issues, it's the whole family unit.
Yeah.
And you touched on it a little bit, especially in our counseling side. We get children in and they come and go through counseling, trying to identify what's going on in their life, why they're acting out, why they've shut down, just the things that are happening. And we often find out that there are multiple things going on in the family unit, and so then it becomes a family counseling session.
Yes.
So it's not just the child, it's the family, but that's the beautiful piece, because we can offer that to them. And a lot of these families don't have the resources.
Yeah.
And because of federal grants and donations and the fundraising events we have in the community, we're able to provide all of these services at no cost to our clients. So
Isn't that amazing?
it is unbelievably
Right?
amazing. I love that. And a lot of folks don't know that is out there as a resource. So we're really working hard to spread our mission, to spread our outreach, to let people know what we're doing. And you know what, Zach? Do you know what this year is for Yes to Youth?
What is it?
This is our 45th anniversary. I know there's a lot of anniversaries this year, and I don't
Yeah.
want to take away from that, because I'm really proud to live in the Woodlands and be part of this community and celebrate their 50-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So we'll save our big celebrations for our 50th in 5
Yeah.
years, but I'm really proud of what the team has done, the leadership through the years, the board chairman, the board members that have really fostered and nurtured this organization for that many years. That says a lot.
It does. Speaking of that, we have a little event coming up on May 2nd.
We do.
So our company was our big fundraiser that we put on. So we're rooted locally, rich in community. But one of our biggest things is to give time and resources back to the community.
Yes.
So this will be our 6th year of doing this. We took a break whenever we had our son, but last time we did.
There's a few things going
Yes.
on in your life.
Shelter for Shelter. So we're bringing that back after a
Yay.
1-year hiatus. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good times with that, built a lot of awareness, and
Yes.
that kind of kicked off the capital campaign
It
for
did.
the shelter that's now completed.
Yes.
So we're bringing it back again.
We are.
Because we're having another kid. And last time we were able to, so it's a non-gala gala, right?
Right.
You come, you
Have
enjoy
fun.
yourself. Food's provided. We have a lot of great restaurants and a lot of good camaraderie. We get about 50, 60 sponsors this thing. We keep it very casual,
Easy.
very fun. But last time we did our gender reveal, and we auctioned off the right to break the piñata to find out what our gender of our kid was going to be, and immortalize that person forever in the history of our family, right?
Yes.
Right? Big deal. So that went for 13 grand. So that was amazing. Just that people would support Yes to Youth that much and also break a piñata.
But my favorite thing this year that you've added is,
Okay.
I'm going to let you reveal this one. I still don't know how Rachel agreed to it.
Yes. After a lot of deliberation and persuasion, Rachel has allowed me to raffle off the name of our child for this gala.
Ay, ay, ay.
So, if you're not there, you don't know or have the chance to name our child coming. So,
Trust me, I have a list of great names that I'm going to put forth.
yeah. So, anyways, you're going to raffle it off. It's going to be very nominal, in my opinion, for the cost of naming our child. But we're going to raffle it off instead of auction it. And so, everybody there might have a chance to name who our kid is.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Bocephus Richmond.
Yeah.
It has a great ring to it.
Somebody told me they were going to name my kid Tugboat.
Nice.
Yeah. So, anyways, all the proceeds go to Yes to Youth. It's for the kids, prevention of a lot of things.
Yes.
That the organization does. So, we're going to host it at the Hughes Towers. So we're grateful to change of venue,
Yes.
and it's a wonderful venue.
Yes, and thanks to Howard Hughes for offering that up to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys for hosting and sponsoring and really creating the buzz around it. Thank you. That means a lot.
Well, look, I mean, the community's blessed us so much in so many ways, and we believe it, as being a Christian, that it's our duty and obligation to serve and make this place better than what it was when we got here. Now, that's a little part that we can do, but if we can, anytime you're working with widows and orphans, that's a big deal to us. It's very biblical. And not that the kids are orphans in this, but some are displaced, and on the counseling side, you do deal with everything in all walks of life. So it's always been super important to me, this organization. I love everything that you guys do, and I'm so grateful that you're the executive director and CEO there. So
thank you, Zach.
I will say, they do say behind every great woman is an even greater man. So tell me about my boy crush, my bromance, Mr. Kerry Kooken.
He's going to be so excited that you mentioned him.
I love that guy.
Y'all have a lot in common, and y'all a lot of fun. So you and Rachel are yin and yang. Carrie and I are yin and yang. But I am so honored and proud of him for, we just celebrated 30 years of marriage.
So excited.
This month. So
I love you guys.
Yeah, so
Little
that's
cuties.
been fun. That's been a lot of fun. Went to the beach for just a getaway, quick getaway.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. But, he owns his own business, Keystone Construction. Does roofing, gutters, windows, all those kinds of things. It's not a plug for him. Sorry, y'all. But I am proud of him. He's owned that for 13 years.
Yeah.
14 years he's going to
And
shoot
he's been very charitable for Yes to Youth.
Yes,
as
he
well,
has.
too.
He's out.
Even before you were.
Even before I was
the
a
lead.
yes.
Yeah, even before you were the one in charge.
He always worked with Danette, like, how can I help? What can
Yeah.
you do? Let me find you resources.
Built
So
the fence around
bent the
us.
fence around our 7-acre property.
Huge fence.
And it's 8 feet tall.
Yes.
So,
And
yeah.
He's out there with, a wrench and a screwdriver all the time.
Helping out where he can,
Yeah.
yes. So he's really great about sharing our mission with others too, and I'm not prodding him or paying him on the side. He has a passion for it as well. We both do, and it's just amazing.
I think we can both agree that you and Rachel are lucky to have us.
Sure. Yes. Rachel, we'll talk later.
Yeah. I mean, look, if it wasn't for, her fortunately having me, she would have to name her kid rather than somebody else randomly naming our kid, right?
Again, I'll talk to her later about that.
No, seriously.
You guys, it's a great balance, right? When I get very focused on things and get very in the details, and he brings the levity to it and all. So we have a lot of fun. And as you know, he loves to play live music, and he's promising to be in the band at church.
Yeah.
At church with you guys
he wants
soon.
to play in our church.
Yes.
We're starting up. So, anyways, it's nice to have an actor, singer, charismatic, a philanthropist to be active and involved. So, anyways, Michele, I'm just so grateful you're here. I'm really happy that we're able to put on Shelter for Shelter coming up May 2nd. That's Thursday. It's going to be at the Hughes Towers in the front of the Woodlands.
You can visit our website.
Yes.
And purchase your sponsorship or tickets or make a donation.
So our sponsorships, we did like a Kickstarter instead of a bunch of big sponsors. I'm a small business. Everybody, when you gets the same recognition, one level, it's $1,250 and only one per industry. So there's not, 15 real estate agents, 12 banks, 14 title companies, all that stuff. So we try and make it where everybody kind of gets their thing. So $1,250, tickets are $125, I think.
Zach, don't ask me these questions.
All right, so tickets are nominal, and
I'll leave $125.
food from Trulux, Tommy Bahama, North Italia, Boss Cat, Black Walnut, many others.
Many others.
It's going to be great. So much fun. Non-gala gala, 6:30, May 2nd. We'll see you there.
Yes.
Stay classy.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach, for all that you do.
Thank you for everything that you do,
Yeah.
Michele. I sink and love you guys.